Today, you will learn how to go with the flow and let the life helping you to pass obstacles. You will learn how to realign your dream during a process of creation, how to reach the other side with the support of the group, how to grow inside of a community. A lot of tools that you will learn here today thanks to Vlems and Monique Vissers. They are the initiator of the Ecodorp Boekel. The Ecovillage Boekel is based in Netherlands, in North Brabant. Ad is someone with a high ambition on a sustainable living, is a father and happy married. Monique Vissers, she is happy married, works as coach teacher in Française, University of Applied Science. She's a mother, very happy, and has a really fulfilled life. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast Tailor-Made Life. I'm Laetitia Denoma. I compose, sing, perform, and I am also art therapist and holistic vocal coach. All my services in the description. And you will find also all the resources from this podcast in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. So, Art and Monique, what is the goal today that you want to share to everybody, to us?
Well, we succeeded in making an eco village in the town of Boekel in the south of the Netherlands, and we want to talk about how we did that, what our obstacles were, and how we conquered them, or how we went past them.
An eco-village, eco-village in Boekel. I have a question about when you had this idea to create an eco-village.
The roots of the Ecovillage are personal projects Ad and I did. It was 5 years. And we learned that everybody has their own vision, has their own mission in life. And all your qualities are meant to help you with this mission. So we did know that. We completed this 5-year journey, but we didn't know what our mission was. And it was hanging in the air. It was almost, you could touch it almost. And then Ad asked me and he said, I want to have a positive impact on the world with our house. So he showed me a house, and he said, I want to build this house. And I said, wow, I would like to live in this house, but with more people. And that's how it all started. Then we made a website, and we said to everybody, we want to live in the southern of the Netherlands in a natural environment with you, with other people. And then a lot of people came in 3 months.
100 people.
100 people. So then I thought, whoa, what should we do now? Because it's so much different opinions and so much different targets from everybody, from all these 100 people. And then I prayed. And then there was a person who sent us mail, and he said, what you want is called Eco Village. And I'm trained Eco Village designer, and I want to help you. Please contact me. And we did. And he said, please choose to go with the flow. It helps the best. So don't search for land, but just have a lot of PR moments, a lot of publicity, and then the town who will need you will come to you, and then you have a equal starting point with them.
Yeah, because then they want something from us, and we want something from them. So there's no disadvantage. You have an equal position in talking in what you wish to do complete.
Yeah, we call it win-win situations.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So if I understand, it's kind of a mentor who came to you.
Yeah. And we really needed him because we had to be very courage. We had to have a lot of courage to let it go with the flow and wait until somebody came to us. almost every eco-village startup starts with find a search for land, but we didn't do that. We get to learn to the other people. We learned them better to get to know them better, and we made in Bokstel on the kleine aarde, the small earth. We built workshop from small builds. We did all these things, and then Boekel came to us.
Did you had like a point like we want to realize it in 5 years, or did you have like a top? No, nothing.
No.
Because we had no idea when it would be realized. Because if you want to go with the flow, you don't look at the end. You just look at the next point ahead of you, and you try and make that work. And you try and find with going with the flow, each problem is like a rock in a river. And normally, what people do if they come across a problem, they examine the problem and they do their best to conquer the problem. But if you go with the flow, you don't climb the rock, but you go where the flow gets you past the rock. And a nice example of that was when we had the first meeting. At the first meeting, we had planned to divide everyone into 12 theme groups. For instance, waste and water, building, finance, things like that. And 3 people came to us and they said, we want to have a new group that focuses on the building code, because probably our houses are not up to the building code. And then we said, well, that's like you see a problem way, way ahead of you. That's a rock, and you want to examine that rock. That's not going with the flow. And 1.5 years later, I was at a meeting from one of the ministries, the Dutch ministries, and I was at a meeting where they explained the Crisis and Recovery Act. And in the Netherlands, there is a law that is only for sustainable, innovative projects, and they can get exemption from other laws. And when everything goes well with that project, the regular laws are changed. And we got into that law so we could get exemption from the building code. So if these people who came to us would have worked for a year and a half in examining the building code, that was useless because we could get exemption from the building code. So that's going with the flow. And another example was there was the largest cable company in the world wanted to design a circular cable, a power cable, and it was so new, it wasn't certified yet, and they wanted to test it in our eco village. So I called someone from the ministry, one of the directors of the ministry. It immediately put some of his people on it, and they gave us also an exemption so we could proceed with that cable without it being certified yet.
Okay, so it's something really organic, I will say.
Yeah, even more than organic, it's flow. It's immediately go with flow, and you find out different things, and you don't have to solve all the problems. You can escape from them.
Yeah. And during this flow, we learned a lot. For example, the only thing we know, we want to have a positive impact, and we want to do it in the southern of the Netherlands. That's what was the only thing we knew, and it's called Ecovillage. That's also what we knew. But there's a difference between having a positive impact and having a low impact, and we didn't know that. Just when people came to us and were talking all about low impact, we don't want to eat meat, we don't want to eat all these low impact things, then we thought, no, that's not what we want. We want to inspire, we want to have a positive impact, we want to reach people who want to be reached. So we learned during the flow, we learned a lot what we want just by starting and doing and and talking to each other and saying, no, that's not what we want something else.
Yeah.
And when we I think after 5 years, we got to move to Boekel,
Yeah.
and we were with we're the only one who were going to live in Boekel, so we were alone. And then all the things we learned in the 5 years, what we want, we write it down on a project plan. And this project plan is the base of the group. Everybody has to read a project plan and say, okay, this is what I want. Yeah, you can come and help and live here. It's the base of the whole Ecovillage.
We also advise everyone who starts a big project is to make a project plan with a small group of people so you know what you want. And then the next people can come in and read the project plan and then understand, okay, this is what I want or this is not what I want. It's much easier then because in the first few years, we had people coming in and saying, I would like to do something different than it's already there. And then we had to rethink everything and we didn't get very far with that. So eventually we said, okay, we're going to make a project plan. And if you want to do something else, that's good, great, but not here because otherwise you never get to the end.
Exactly. And I can talk about my own experience with you when I wanted also to join you in your eco-village. Yes, this frame helps a lot. And to see, okay, yes, it is the value, it is the goals that they want to reach and etc. It's mine or not. It's really wonderful because each one also can make this process like you did during the 5 years before to see, okay, what I want exactly me, what is my purpose, what is my way, and what is my value actually. So it's great to have this frame, I will say.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting about the process because there is an idea. Okay, I will say we knows maybe the shape. It's the eco village. We knows why. Okay, but we don't know exactly what we want. And we did this process with this trust to follow the life and follow the river. You did this, and I have the feeling that it's this to surrender everything and to follow the life and to feel trust will help you both to find yourself.
That is true, but it's not only for us helpful, but also for people who want to join us because going with the flow is also a bit scary because if you want to step on the boat, you cannot do it with one leg because that will be very painful. So you really have to jump on the boat and then go with flow too. So we also recommend people if they have any doubts, don't do it yet. Wait until you're sure about it because having one leg in the boat and one leg on the shore is very painful for well everybody because you want the boat to go slow because you are hurting and also you don't want to let go of what you know and what you maybe want more or maybe are afraid to let go of.
Yeah, it is one of the pillars. We've got 3 words that are very important to us for the group, for the culture in the group. It's collaborate. This is what we mean with collaborate. When you jump on the raft, then please participate and make it your own. That's the first word. The other word is trust, because we had to. The whole process is built on trust. Sometimes Up was being a little bit disappointed and frustrated, and then I had to trust and help him, and the other way around.
Yeah.
And when you're in trust, you can build, you can make things happen. And the other way is self-reflection. We really like people to have a look at themselves, and when something is bothering them a lot, we want to look in the mirror and have a look, why is it bothering you and what can you do about it instead of trying to change someone else. So these 3 words, participate, trust, and self-reflection, are very important to us.
It's really interesting. Yes. And I think about something about this. What was really struggling for you both, or maybe one to one? What you had to transform within you, what you had to do to make this journey, to go in this trust, because it can help us to know how to build this trust within, how to support each one, how to overcome our boundaries within, our fears within, our wounds, also our beliefs within. So if you have some, and I am sure that you learned a lot about this and you had a lot of tools. I would love to hear this, that you can share what we can do in this case to find this trust.
Well, if you're doing a really big project like this, and especially if it's concerning a lot of people, like a community, you have to have had a phase of self-reflection, of personal growth. You have to let go of problems that you had as a child, the injuries that you had as a child that still bother you, because working or achieving a really big goal like this, or working with a lot of people, will trigger all the things that you didn't dissolve yet from your youth. You have to have done a self-realization process to make sure that that you know who you are, and that you can recognize and already healed some of the problems that you went through when you were a child.
Yeah, and you cannot solve them all because
No.
then we are all enlightened, and that's not the case with us.
No, you don't have to be enlightened.
No, but it's the main things. For example, when I was 19, I couldn't you couldn't follow me. I was very not good to follow because I was going from one thing to another, very ad hoc. I didn't look at people, so people didn't look back, and then I felt that I wasn't a part of the group. So that was all going inside, and I've really put this inside by accepting myself and having a look at my youth and dissolve those things. And I still have things to solve, but now they are easy, not that hard as in the beginning. And I still have a coach. Every 3 weeks I have a coach session because I have a very full life, so I have to take care of myself, and I really need to stay in balance, and I like to stay in balance. So that's also a recommendation. Please get a good coach. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to go, within, and to heal what it needs to be healed,
Yeah.
to be in your full power, I will say. And we need to know also, it's really the tools that you use. What was your tools?
Well, I think one of the tools I like the most is core qualities. It's from a Dutch person. I don't know whether it's in his books are translated.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a way to find out what your core qualities are. Everyone has 4 or 5 core qualities that are qualities that you can use without losing energy. In fact, you gain energy when you use them. So, for instance, one of my core qualities is enthusiasm. And every core quality also has, when you go too far with it, when you have too much of it, then you get into trouble. And that is, for me, that's kind of a feeling of haste, that things aren't going as fast as I want to. And therefore, I also have an allergy. Each core quality also has allergies, and my allergy for enthusiasm is someone who is who doesn't act, who doesn't react to anything what he feels, but who doesn't do anything, and that irritates me a lot. So you find out a lot about yourself and how you react to people by knowing what your core qualities are. And that's one of the things we used both
Yeah.
to evolve ourselves, to learn what our irritations are and what our qualities are. And when you use, for instance, I give a lot of tours, and during a tour, I have three core qualities that I can use, which gives me a lot of energy. So you can keep me doing tours for hours at a time, and I won't get tired of them because I will get energy from doing my core qualities.
And how you do to when you have this allergy, suddenly it comes to you? What are you doing? It's like you breathe and you, okay, it's mine, and you go within. What are you doing to overcome this allergy suddenly what came to you?
Yeah, that's a very good question because I didn't explain that yet. You have to have a supportive quality too. If you get irritated by someone, if you have an allergy towards someone, it's because that someone has a quality that you haven't evolved yet in yourself. And in that person, it's very loud, it's very big, but in a smaller version, it can help you get balance. So your core quality is can be used by yourself without going in excess, and then you get irritated because everything doesn't go as fast. In my case, as fast as I wanted to. Yeah, patience. That was the thing I wanted. I had to learn from people who irritate me because they are in my allergy.
And most of the time, when you know what's your allergy and what is the quality behind it, then the people are getting less irritated.
Yeah, that's true. Because then you have learned from them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah, fantastic. Yeah. I think about a lot of thing about that. So it's like I don't know if it's really like this, but I have the vision like you see the person in this quality that you don't have yet, and suddenly okay, it's kind of you visualize yourself in this quality, and suddenly this quality become yours. So suddenly you feel more in peace, more fulfilled.
Yeah, that's true. And also more imbalance.
Yeah.
Because then your core quality doesn't go into overload. That's also costs you a lot of energy. So if your core quality is in balance, it doesn't cost you any energy. It just delivers you energy.
Yeah. And most of the time, when I coach my students with these core qualities also, then they are very afraid that they are going to be their allergy. Because they think, I don't want to be numb, or I don't want to be, whatever. Don't has to be afraid that he will become numb because because he's enthusiastic, so he never can be numb.
No. So yeah, it's you can learn a lot from core qualities, and it can help you get your life into more balance. Yeah, I can recommend it to everyone. That's a very useful tool.
Yeah.
Oh, so you both use it in your daily life. It's a
Yeah.
tool that you can also support for the couple and to say, oh, okay, look this and look that, and so each one can help because you have the same tool. I will say. I can imagine that it helps also in your collaboration in your team as couple.
Yeah, we've done that too with other people from our community. We taught them how to find out what your core qualities are and what your allergy is, and they found it really useful.
If I summarize, I have the feeling that you have this positive mindset. Actually, positive mindset. I will say to trust, to follow the river. You know, if I imagine someone who are really able to follow the river, it has to feel confidence within. It has to feel safety within. It has to be fulfilled by this alignment to follow the river. So if I have to give advice about this, it's also to nourish this safety within, this confidence within, to be able to follow the flow, because
Yeah, that is true.
sometimes it can be really difficult to do.
Yeah, you have to nurture a positive attitude. What really helps is to gather people around you with a positive attitude, because then they will help you, and you have to stay far away from people with a negative attitude or with a lot of anxiety, because they will nurture your anxiety. And also trust is something, it's like an action. It's not just I have trust because whatever, I don't know. It's also you make the decision to trust. And sometimes you have to make that decision each day. If everything is very elusive and not decided yet, and there's no certainty, try to be trusting and confident, because otherwise you will not succeed, because then your fear will win. And when you get to talk with someone, he will feel or hear that fear within you, and that will give another reaction from him or her,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I am wondering because, to have this mindset really positive and really, like you said, about involvement, to involve each day in this trust and to make this choice. So it's a really powerful mindset. And I can imagine that it became also from a background, from your own story, who brought you this mindset, or maybe not. And you took this from some inspiration and some person, maybe. If it's the case, if you can share with us this.
Yeah, I think it's something from ourselves.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
most of the people will call us naive because we have so much trust, but I think that's not the case. We just choose to have confidence and trust.
Yeah, and it also it comes easy for us because we
Yeah.
both positive thinkers, and we support each other in that. So it's much easier if, for instance, if I am afraid of something and I talk to Monique about it, she's going to assure me or reassure me, and I can find my confidence again and my trust. So we also have a very supportive collaboration,
Relation, yeah.
relation.
Yeah.
Wow, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see how a team like you have, it's really positive and really supportive, can help to reach all what we want, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a positive partner can help you a lot in achieving your own goals by just being there and being supportive. And if you're feeling a bit scared, not going with you in that scare, but uh, helping you to find a positive way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I can imagine that you received this from your youth. I don't know if it's the reality, but maybe you will tell me. There is a lot of person who are in big difficulty about the life because they received as example really destructive behavior who
Yeah.
brought them in a negative way, in a destruction way, and even if they want to to be positive, to feel trust, there is so much program within who are against this, who will block their own process.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that in your case maybe you had it before from your own background.
But that's the case why I said it's very important to have a period that you work on yourself, because we have really had problems. I can give you examples, but they're too funny. I wasn't prepared for as a kid. I had two parents. They had me, and they didn't want to have me. But that's for me was really a big thing, and it had a really big impact on me. But I've changed this. I've made it into my one of the good things about me, because I had to conquer for life to live, and that's why one of the things why I made it into my core of my being, that I want to achieve something in life. I don't take life for granted. My life is a precious gift. Thing what that could be a problem for me in the because of my youth, but it isn't anymore. So you really can change your youth, really, even if it's a difficult youth.
What you did for that to transform this at this time?
Yeah, I had sessions in the mirror, looking at myself and saying, "You're good the way you are," and I really internally changed myself. I had stations and changing my thinking. Now
Affirmations.
affirmations. Now my thinking is positive, and I changed it myself.
And how you did to change it? It was with the meditation.
No, it
not
was
only.
it was in a personal growth group
Yeah.
that was supported by a therapist.
Yeah, and I had it was 5 years, so it's very difficult to put it in one sentence of a
It's
few
impossible
sentences.
to-
Impossible. But I had a retreat. I had talks with the coach. I had a lot of different things, and sometimes something out of my youth pops up, and then I work on it because that's life. I think life should be about getting the best out of yourself, changing your scars into stars.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens naturally because we have once had a weekend in which we worked on traumatic experiences, and we learned a lot about each other in the whole group. So we already knew each other, and then we found out there during that weekend that the traumatic experiences that people had in their youth were the best qualities of them, had become the best qualities. For instance, there was a person who was abused in her youth, and she was one of the most caring people because she didn't want anybody to be abused like she was. So she was very careful about handling people and the way she addressed people. And we found that out during that weekend that traumatic experiences can give you the best of yourself. And none of us thought that before. We thought it was, yeah, we were harmed there and we were, that was bad. But eventually, in that weekend, we found out it made clear one of our best qualities.
Yeah, it's fantastic because it shows how much the wounds or the suffering can become your best strength in your life. So it's actually it's really a new point of view about about the trauma, about the life. So thank you to share this with us. Thank you very much. Yeah, and you made this journey of transformation together, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's the funny thing. You call it transformation, but it's more shedding of what you are not.
Yeah.
So becoming more yourself than a transformation into something. It's you let go of everything that you are not, and what you learned from your parents who they thought that you were, and I think that wasn't completely who you really are. Then you have to let that go, and people surrounding you can really help with that. If you have uh, people that can be constructive to you and help you see what you have to see, then that can help you very much in your life.
Yes, exactly. And I can imagine that when you have this mindset that you have and who are really, yeah, positive, like we said, I think also it helps your surrounding to help you, like you said, because of your energy that you have, it attracts to you also this quality from the others. And the others also can become this positive person and fantastic person in her own power. So it brings us, I think, to the way that where we put our energy creates the world where we are.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there is a saying that is in the world of people who farm and who have their own gardens, and that's also in the personal growth area, and that is what you give your attention to, that will grow. So
Exactly.
you give attention to the hurtful things and the things that have done you and have made you miserable. That will grow in your life, and that will become the only thing you can see. And if you focus on the things that are positive in your life, that will also grow. And so it's very important to make a choice on which things you want to focus in your life, because also then you can reach a goal like designing an eco village because you have your focus on that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I have the feeling that we had a great picture about your journey, I will say, from the beginning to the moment where you created this frame, this project plan, where you both started to really know what you wanted to realize in this eco village, but to open the door to the person who will be really connected to the same goals and values. So I had the feeling that we follow all your process, but maybe you have something to add. I don't know about this journey that you want to share to us.
Yeah, what I forgot to tell is that it looks like the project plan is ours, but it isn't, because the first two persons who were getting the ideas in the project plan are us. But also, there's a lot of ideas from different people. The first one was the Eco Village designer who said, "What you want is an eco village. Please also think about entrepreneurship. How can you reach that you also can earn some money in the eco village?" That was his part, but he made it a more rich project plan. But there was also a person, Mariska, who was being raised in Boekel, and she said there should also be an arts part, because art can enrich experience things. So this part of this Mariska from Boekel is also in the project plan, and I can give you a lot of examples of people enriching our project plan. All the main purpose is to have a positive impact and to inspire people to have a positive impact. But all the things that are added to this and who make it more rich, they are all from different people. So we have few years, and some people helped us with what we don't want, and some people helped us what we want. So yeah, we needed people to have this project plan more specific.
Of course, it's always a combination of a lot of person all around and connection.
Yeah, yeah.
Could you tell us, yes, the action, the plan, who came from this process, and so what you did, yes, in the society, to create this eco village.
Well, first I have to tell something that happened 5 years before that. I was working at a nature conservation organization, and we worked a lot with the United Nations. And at one point in 2003, we got an email from the United Nations that in Chile, in the country of Chile in South America, a river had dried up because the glacier had melted. And then 500,000 people moved to the city. So the entire area became empty, and probably also a desert because the river had dried up. 5 years later, when we became parents, there was a report that all the glaciers worldwide were melting. So then we looked at each other and we decided to live more sustainably and to do so in as an also as an inspiring example, because if we together with a few people would live more sustainably, that would not help the climate. The climate can only change if everybody lives more sustainably. So that was the point in which we made the website. And in that website, we said we want to raise our own food, grow our own food, make our own energy, build our own houses. And we wanted to do that with a lot of people because we had no idea how to do any of that. So that's how the website made. And after we made the website, we went on holiday for 2 weeks, and when we came back, already 20 people had reacted.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a bit scary because we had no idea how to proceed with 20 people, because we thought maybe 2 other families or 3. Yeah, but it worked out great because 1 week later we got that email from the Ecovillage designer who wanted to help us.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Okay, so it was your first action. And after that, with these people, it's with these people that you created more the project plan with these 20 people who came, or?
No,
No.
there have been a lot of people, and a lot of them have done going to do other stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of them are living in youths, or other people are still living the same life. When we go to Boekel, we were just with our family, and in Boekel we also had it was like an adventure, because we had to search for money a lot of the time.
Yeah, we had to last for a long time. We had to
Yeah,
keep the same goal in front of us to reach
Yeah.
it.
because sometimes it was like, oh no, it's never going to happen. We had so many things not working for us.
Yeah, a lot of disappointments, especially with banks.
Yeah.
They were there. There were a few Dutch banks who said that they wanted to finance us, but it took us so long, and they never said, "Okay, now we can finance you." They just kept on giving us more problems to solve, and in the end, we went to a German bank, and after 2.5 hours, he said, "Well, okay, I think we can finance you." And 1 month later, we had a finance plan. It was very difficult in the Netherlands to do this.
Yeah.
We had to go abroad to a German bank to succeed in that.
And this German bank was going with the flow, because we thought we should get our money in the Netherlands, but really didn't work. We had so much effort put into it, and the German bank was going.
Yeah.
It was going very fast, because I was speaking to one person, and she called someone else, and in a week we were talking to the GLS bank, the German bank. Just a week. And in this week we had more confidence and more assurance from them than we got in 4 years with the Dutch bank. So that was going with the flow. That really means going with the flow. And most of the time it's like, in this whole process, that you have something you think, okay, this is going with the flow, but then it ends. But just before it ends, something new enters, and something new goes really much faster. And that's what, for example, with the bank was going like this.
Yeah.
But we also had this with the group. We had a group of 12 people, and there was a lot of negative publicity in the beginning, because the people in Boekel, it's a very small village, they were really surprised, and they didn't all respond very open and welcome to us. And a lot of these people were leaving, don't like to be an Ecovillage member anymore. But for us, it was very important that 2 of them did stay. They are called Hans and Ineke. So we were at the beginning in Boekel, we were with 4 people. And after that, a lot of people came. And also a lot of people went gone. Yeah, I think when you put all the people who were a member of Ecovillage, then I think 100 people,
Yeah.
maybe more. It's really really enormous. But we have learned from them, and they've helped us, and it's very important that the Ecovillage is also about the people who really want to be in the Ecovillage and really want to contribute to the Ecovillage. And when it's not okay anymore, then it's very important that they can leave without much ado. So, and that's the way we designed our project plan. So when it doesn't fit anymore, people can leave very easy.
Yeah, it's really free.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And it's really interesting also to see the process when you create, when you want to reach a goal. I think to keep on this way and to keep going on this way, it asks a lot of courage and also patience and also perseverance, I think. And what I heard about the bank, I have the feeling that when there is a door which is closed and closed and closed, it asks, I think, to each one to think, okay, maybe I have to create something else. I will say to change my point of view and maybe to move a little like this and to have another view of the things, and like you did and you call to Germany, and but it was because of this door closed that you have to, okay, it doesn't work. So what I have to create, what I have to change, I can imagine, to find again this flow. If I summarize, it asks to be creative and to accept to step out of the control, I will say.
Yeah, that is true. You have to be flexible. You don't. If you're a really stubborn person, going with the flow is not the best idea. So that's not your best way to function. So going with the flow, you have to be creative. You have to be flexible.
Yeah. And that's also a part of us. We call it ADD. It's something like ADHD. When there's something bothering us, and it's a problem, then it's very easy for us to solve this and to make creative solutions. That's something we can do easy. It's something I think it's a real help for us in building the Ecovillage, but also when you don't have ADD, you can achieve a lot. It's not.
Yeah.
For us, it's working a lot, and going with the flow is for a person with HDV not that difficult as for a person without it. But I think you can also achieve a lot without HDV.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the, I will say, I don't know if it's satisfaction or what is, when you reach a goal like this, okay, and you feel, oh, it's a great success.
Yeah.
What it brings to you, this success, this time where, oh, it works and we reached what we wanted to do.
Yeah, it's a great satisfaction that you feel most of the time. When I'm walking outside here, I'm free now, so I don't have to work, and I talk to people. We're close to the woods, so I walk to the woods. I at Sunday I'm going dancing with a lot of Ecovillage people. These are for me. I feel so grateful that that I'm in the middle of this. Then I can participate, and people like me. I think they love me. Or when I walk around in the Ecovillage and people say hello, then I feel a little bit love with this hello, and I'm so grateful. I really am. I really like living in my own dream. I really would recommend everybody to live in your own dream. It's
Yeah, to realize your dream.
Yeah.
Even, because
Yeah.
just living in a dream is not.
No.
But realizing your dream is very important. I would recommend everyone to do that because it's also very empowering.
Yeah.
Once you realize one of your dreams, the next is very easy to do because you know that it's possible.
Now, for example, we didn't know that Ad had PR talents.
No.
We didn't really know that. He was working in the ICT, so he was working with computers. And now, for example, our son is not doing that well on the school because it's very directive and hierarchical. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Hierarchy.
hierarchy, yeah. And he is a free mind, so he doesn't. He is school is for him like hell. So we want to make another school for him, another class. We call it Agora on education, and for us it's small thing to do. We know this will, yeah, we can achieve this because we got Otto with his PR talents. We got me with writing a project plan and gathering people. So we will succeed. We know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to realize a dream brings you a lot of new quality, a new talent, and brings you more love within, I will say, for yourself and for the outside and all around. So, and there is something also that you said about the gratitude about to feel this gratefulness all the time. I think it's also a part of the tool to feel during this process also the pleasure to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's really. I would recommend everybody to grab your life, make the best of it, and realize your dreams. Because, man, I couldn't go back to my former life and just living in a normal house with normal work. It's so boring.
In fact, when we started the Ecovillage, after half a year, I found out that I met more interesting people in that half year than I met in the rest of my life before that. Working on realizing your dream will bring a lot of interesting people into your life that you can learn a lot from.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The realizing that all these people are there, I was having a really regular normal life, and it was like these blindfolds are going off, and I see, whoa, the world has much more to offer than I thought it would. It was really I had a different look at the world.
Yes, exactly. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really inspiring. And thank you to tell this. Thank you to share this beauty of to realize a dream life and to feel this unlimited power. Thank you because with your enthusiasm, yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's fantastic. I feel it, I'm really connected to it. And it gave me power. It's like, yeah, let's do that.
I hope everyone can feel that. So it will have the most effect.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. It was really fantastic for me. I am really touched to hear all your process and also to receive all these tools that you developed and that you shared with us. It's really like a big gift.
Really?
So thank you very much for that.
You're
And
welcome.
of course, you will succeed or all your goals. I am sure. I am convinced about it. And the life will, continue to to brings you in some ways, and you will see what will happen. Of course.
Yep, that we will.
Yeah.
Okay.
So bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you very much for your presence and your listening. I wish that you received a lot from At and Monique, like I received a lot from them. And see you soon to the next episode of A Tailor-Made Life.